Damn! You got knocked the fuck out!
Foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
Before you come for her and say that why is she punching somebody on the streets, you need to watch the full video. And the thing is, I cannot post the full video, but I can post like small clips because this video was originally posted on YouTube, so I can have copyright claim, which I don't want on my channel. So I'm gonna like put small clips about it, but they're having conversations about pro-life and pro-choice. And obviously, I think you should know the person that is pro-choice from that, you know. So she was talking about, she said she's pro-choice and she doesn't have a problem with, when you don't want the child, take it out. And the other lady interviewing her was like, oh, so you can say anybody can just take out a child. Why did you decide to have sex if you know you don't want to have a child? Like, you having sex automatically means that you want a child. And she was like, no, anything can happen. Some people can be raped. Some people are small. They cannot even think that they need to do something right. They don't have enough sex education to protect themselves. And now that they have the child, they cannot handle having a child. They need to take it out. Some people, the father of the child is like, I don't want a child with you. Some people, it can be mistake or anything. That it's better that you have something that you want than having something just because of you don't, you don't have a choice, or because of religion, or because of family, or because of shame and all of that. That she doesn't have any problem with the company that does the abortion thing. But this other woman keep putting words in her mouth. Let me show you some clips. Then we'll come back and talk about it.
Awesome. So we're asking people's opinion today on Planned Parenthood. Are you familiar with them?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what they provide?
Yes. Abortions.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Safe abortions.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know any other services that they provide?
I know, like, to teens, if you're under 18, you could get like birth control, condoms, especially as teens. People get caught up in things that they really don't want to commit to for their entire lives. So
Yeah.
if you get caught up with the wrong guy, you think you're in love, and then boop, now you stuck. Not stuck, but you're stuck with a baby for the rest of this time, literally the rest of their lives and your life, if you're that kind of mother, because some women just don't have it in them and they abandon them and abuse them and all kind of shit. And it's like, girl, just get rid of it if you know you're gonna do that.
Get rid of them. Why not just give them to another family? That's good.
No, but exactly, even that, and that's another option that Planned Parenthood offers. So it's like, if you know that you are not the being who can provide for this child, then there are alternative options out there for you. I definitely understand why people do abort children. Don't have babies that you don't want. Don't have babies that men are telling you in front of your face that they do not want. I wish them would stop doing that. Like, it's like a plan to.
Why don't they just stop having sex with people they don't want to have a child with?
That too. Or just don't have unprotected sex. Be smarter about your choices. Get on birth control. There's so many options, especially if you're like a teenager, especially in New York City.
Okay.
Children's Day Society, please reach out to them. They do a lot of free counseling, a lot of free clinical work, STD checks, abortion, all kind of things that you can go to, speak to someone about if you aren't really sure before making the final decision. But to me, it's always pro-choice, your body, your life, because that baby is gonna be a baby.
It's a baby.
Yeah, and you're gonna have that baby
person.
forever. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, do you know that Planned Parenthood gets nearly $700 million of our taxpayer money every year?
700 million. I mean, honestly, I can't go against Planned Parenthood. I just can't.
Okay.
I just can't.
You think that's a lot of money? Of our money. But they're not giving it to single mothers, though. Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna just, single out where it is that our tax dollars go, then the police, respectfully. They beat on us I'm a black person, as black people. They beat on us, they murder us, abuse us even now with Trump. You can't be that naive.
There were over 40 men that actually wrote the Bible.
Oh my God, you one of those.
That's just the history. That's just the history of Jesus Christ and the Bible.
It's not. We started from Pangea.
So what does the Bible say about human life?
It's the Big Bang Theory. Our entire life is science and math, and I think you're And if you don't think it is.
So you went from saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that
You
your
did.
point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
Conversation went on and on and on and on. You guys, the video I watched was about 20 minutes, and the conversation went on and on and on. And the long and short of why she got a lot of why she got punched was because she started almost calling her a murderer, because she was like, the children in foster care, how many people want to adopt them? People are dumping their children because they're like, I don't want to have an abortion. I will still bring out this child, and they put their child in foster care. And those children that they go to adopt, not everybody that adopt children that take care of those children very well. Some of them adopt them to come and sleep for them. Some of them adopt them just for, I just want to have a child or something. And they don't even love those children more than they love their own children, if at all they have biological children. Come to think of it, I remember a video that I saw some years back where this woman was saying with her full chest, she came online to talk about how she loves her biological children so much, but the ones she adopts, it cannot compare with the love, like something like that. So, meaning those children in foster care, they should have not been born. Like, some of them were left there because the mom cannot take care of them, or the father was like, oh, you cannot practically raise your child. Some of them it was because the mother, got unalived and all of that. And the thing is, checking statistics about women as well, women get unalive most of the time when they are in labor. So when a woman say, I don't want to put my life to that kind of, I don't want to put my life at risk, and they got pregnant, there should be options for them to take out the child. So that was like the conversation that was going on and on and on and on. But at the end of the day, this interviewer is like, she wanted to get punched. It's like she wanted somebody to just beat her, because the way she was just saying, oh, so you're saying that we should unalive all the children. Like, I have your reaction on this video, but then I'd like to know your thoughts with the small clip you've watched. But if you've watched the full interview, let me know down in the comment section what you think. And let me read some clip for you all to watch, then we'll come back and talk about it.
I am 100% convinced that the girl with the microphone wanted to get hit. Like, she went up to the Bronx seeking some type of physical punishment. If you watch that whole interview, when she starts interviewing the girl from the Bronx, the girl she starts interviewing starts, happy-go-lucky, high-pitched voice, welcoming the questions, trying to be as friendly as possible. And then little by little, you could tell that the girl was mocking her and low-key trying to clown her and make her feel like she was stupid. And she thought that the other girl wasn't picking up on it, but she was just playing the friendly game. See, New Yorkers get a reputation for being too rude and confrontational, but the truth is they're angels. They are. You can stop a New Yorker on the street and ask for directions. Just don't ask for money, but you can ask for directions. You can be like, oh, is so-and-so over here? Or am I on the right street? Whatever. They will help you if they can. And you could tell that that girl was the type of girl that would give you directions if you were on the street and you needed directions. But the girl with the mic was completely taking advantage of the fact that she thought she had a dumb, sweet girl that she was interviewing and then didn't see the sneak attack coming. But that's why I am convinced that she went up there to get hit, is because she went to the Bronx in her Little House on the Prairie cosplay and then pushed a real girl from the Bronx that doesn't play those games. And like, it's not the type of aggression that just builds and builds and you see it coming. It's always a sneak attack. I mean, what did you think was going to happen?
That have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
Well, that certainly escalated quickly, didn't it? This lady is a pro-lifer, and she decided that she was going to walk up on people in the middle of the street and ask them how they felt about abortions. See, here's the thing about that. Y'all have to learn how to respect people's boundaries. Just because somebody doesn't agree with your views and opinions doesn't mean they're wrong. It doesn't mean you're wrong. You just feel the way you feel. Everybody's not going to agree with you. They don't have to. And while violence is never the answer, it's definitely an answer. Don't play victim when you get disrespectful. See, what y'all have to understand is you shouldn't be trying to tell other women what to do with their bodies. At the end of the day, God is the one who makes a choice on what happens to us. They have to answer to God for whatever his will is. You folks here on earth are not God. Stop trying to push that agenda, okay? There's only one true God, and he's the one that's going to judge us, not you. So what you should have did was left that lady alone and went on about your business. Instead, you got your ass popped.
To the lady in the blue dress who got punched doing that street interview in New York, babe, I really hope you learned your lesson. I really hope that more people bring this energy to people who are so very obviously rage baiting, because it's like social media has really made people feel so comfortable talking any kind of way. Social media has really given people balls to say crazy shit. And a lot of people, since they talk crazy online, they think that they can do that shit in person too. And look at what happened. I watched the whole interview clip on Twitter, and the actual interview lady, she deserved that shit. Like, I'm sorry. Because they're discussing pro-life and pro-choice and whatever. And the way I feel is everyone is entitled to their own opinion. You do not need to argue with somebody just because you have a difference of opinion. But where the problem came in at, the interviewer started twisting the lady's words who she's interviewing, and she was trying to make it seem like she was saying, oh, if you're in an adoption home or orphanage or foster care, those kids don't deserve to live. No, baby. What she was saying is she's pro-choice because if you know you are not going to be ready to be a parent, you might as well take it out while it's still a fetus instead of giving it up to foster care, knowing what those kids in foster care be going through. So it's like you can't twist somebody's words like that, especially on camera, and make it seem like she's trying to say unalive these kids in foster care. Bitch, you deserve that punch. You actually deserve a couple more. And I really just hope that this is a lesson for people who like to go in public and interview these people and try to get these clips to go viral, because it's like, okay, you got your viral moment, but you also got your ass beat. People really need to learn to stop playing with people. Like, not everybody is calm, cool, and collected. No, some people really fuck you up. I'm confused as to why she decided to play a little game like that in New York. New York of all places, I'll bet. You were asking for it. Sorry.
Do you want to do an interview? Generally an interview with, a professional reporter. They ask questions, they collect data, you move on. So this is what I'm thinking. As I first approached, her body language was, friendly, welcoming, very professional. As the interview went on, her demeanor kind of switched and her body language changed to condescending and confrontational. As I attempted to explain one answer to a question, she continued to rapid fire questions, causing my answers to become overlapped and left open for misinterpretation because I was not able to completely explain what it was that I was saying. And I truthfully was not in the right state of mind. So it was just not coming together the way that it should have. Savannah continuously interrupted my thoughts, and she rage baited me by attempting to dictate what I was saying. There's even a point in the interview where I throw up the peace sign as a silent goodbye. And Savannah, like the temptress of trouble she is, continued to flip my words on this very slippery subject. The light that Savannah is shining me in is so false. I am so polite and friendly. I'm not volatile.
Damn! You got knocked the fuck out! Did you at least pinch the bitch? And listen, before y'all raggedy children of the chalk, meaning you racist white people, you MAGAs or whatever you want to call yourselves, come into the comment section talking about, oh, how you gonna sit up here and be, listen, I watched the entire interview, which is something that some of you don't do. And she basically was condescending and provoking. But see, like I always say, you can get behind a keyboard and do whatever you want to do. But baby, when it comes time to face the music, baby, you're always going to fall flat. So, again, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Now, if she come out of jail and she knocks your head in again, I don't want to hear no complaints. Because you see, you being shady and slick again on TikTok. The whole thing is, you provoked Brianna when you was doing that street interview with her. And you was asking her questions, and she was answering the questions. But when she didn't answer the question the way you wanted it to be answered, you started saying slick shit out of your mouth. So she started catching on to that, and she realized, oh, this girl really don't like the answer that I'm giving her. So I'm going to give her a different answer. And she surely did. She gave you a 2-piece combo. And I feel like as a man from the Bronx, right, I just know that just certain things you just don't do to another Bronx native. Because let me tell you something about us Bronx people. We with the shits all day, every day. If you mess for us or you come for us, it's over. So, honestly, Savannah, listen, you keep pushing people's buttons, you're going to find another person who might just knock your head off your shoulders. Stop asking people questions, and then when they give you the answer to it, you don't like the answer, you start provoking them. Stop doing that. I hope they free Brianna, so when she sees the post that you posted up right now saying that she got arrested, I hope she come after you again.
I don't care anymore. The girl who slapped that insufferable rage-baiting conservative street interviewer was in the right. She was in the right. Honestly, do it again. Get the rest of them for me, because a lot of people have gotten too comfortable saying their hateful and judgmental comments from behind a screen and not receiving any sort of punishment for it, any sort of consequences. So they've forgotten that you can't just say those things in real life and expect people to be okay with it. People are going to think you're weird. They're going to think you're an asshole, and they're going to react. And you can't be shocked when they do. That was the reaction you were looking for.
Unpopular opinion, it was not okay for that girl to punch that interviewer in the face. I wasn't going to speak on this, but I've been seeing a lot of videos where everyone is on the side of the girl who punched the interviewer in the face. I'm not saying I'm on the side of the interviewer, but I'm not on that girl's side either. Yes, the interviewer was wrong. She should not have been rage baiting. She should not have been twisting the girl's words. But it's also not okay to punch someone in the face because of something they're saying to you. I know a lot of people believe in when they go low, we go lower. Well, I'm taking Michelle's advice on this one. When they go low, I go high, because I would have quickly removed myself from that situation. That interviewer was saying some ridiculous things. The girl who was doing that interview and rage baiting is getting all this attention, and everyone is on her side. Attention that she doesn't deserve. Now the girl who did punch her in the face, I heard she got arrested, and if that's true, now she has charges, now she has a record, now she has to deal with all that headache. Especially not to mention you're on camera. Yes, she was baited, but now another picture is being painted and we are being made out to be the bad guys. It is hard, but sometimes you do just have to walk away.
So I just watched the full interview on YouTube, and honestly, she had it coming. She had it coming. I'm not saying it was right for the other girl to put her hands on her. That wasn't right. But one, you messed up at having a street interview regarding a touchy topic like that on 125th. That was your first mistake. All sorts of different people's there. Crazy people. You don't know what people's mental health is looking like, what they're going through. I just feel like 125th wasn't the right place to have that type of interview. That was your first mistake. Two, the girl that punched the girl in the blue dress in the face wasn't even disagreeing with some of the points that the girl in the blue dress was making. She was actually agreeing with her on certain points. But I felt like the one in the blue dress was like egging her on. Like trying to debate with her. Like just trying to, I guess because she didn't agree with her point of view. Because the one in the blue dress was pro-life. And the one that punched the other girl was pro-choice. The pro-choice girl wasn't necessarily disagreeing with the pro-life. She was just...
And in regards to Miss Blue Dress, y'all be the same ones on here saying you're going to beat someone up if they call you the N-word. But then you say violence is the answer when someone accuses you of wanting to unalive a child simply because you're pro-choice. She got what she deserved. And I understand we're under a surveillance state, but we've got to stop calling everyone a journalist, and we've got to start calling things what it is. Rage bait. Just because someone is in a pretty little blue dress that looks like something you can get off the TikTok shop doesn't mean they're a journalist, doesn't mean they have good intentions, and doesn't mean they're innocent. This woman purposely went out to the streets of New York to try to antagonize a New Yorker who could have been, possibly been, a part of the 92% to push her agenda. And then if you watch the entire interview, the girl was a green wire. The girl was like, okay, you make fair points. Cool, 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 cool. This is how I feel. But because it wasn't going to get the click she wanted, she ends up getting clocked in the face. In these current times, sometimes is the answer.
That lady that got popped on in the blue dress by Shorty from New York, listen. I do not care about none of the vernaculars. Shorty was doing far too much, all right? When you are passive aggressive and you think you being funny, listen, bitches from New York swear to God that they 10 times more funnier. You feel me? Stand up comedian. You feel me? Stop doing that. Like, she hit you once, oh, boop, boop, 1, 2. And your whole eyebrow was split, bro. Stop walking up to people in public and thinking like you gonna ask funny little stupid questions and say stupid shit and not get the stupid answer you're looking for. You tried to make Shorty sound crazy. Now listen, I watched the interview, I watched it. Shorty was sounding crazy on GP, I cannot lie. Big Shorty was wilding, talking about some, yeah, everybody should die. Whoa, chill out. Relax. I just think that when the woman repeated it for her, she heard it and was like, damn, that sounds crazy. And she said, that's not what I said. Boo! Like, listen, Shorty, your fight or flight response should have been very, very active at that point. Because once you saw her looking at you like, yeah, like, what are you doing? Stop acting funny. Listen, size do not matter. It really don't. Because I'm telling you right now, the disrespect, if it's disrespect, it's disrespect. You feel me? I'm small. I got a nasty ass mouth. If you think you're going to beat me up, listen, give it a go. Give it a go. You feel me? Do your thing. But I'm sorry, lady in the blue should have just seen it with her 4 senses. You feel me? She got glasses on. You was about to get rocked. Rock 'em, sock 'em. I'm telling you, my city is full of rock 'em and sock 'ems. Like, then y'all bitches from other states be claiming that we're hella mad. My love, waking up in this city is a lot. I'm never mad, Shorty. Just understand that, one, my metabolism is fast as fuck. I'm still running out here like I'm 20 years old. Literally, I'm running y'all bitches up and down the block. Like, what's up? Y'all getting on the Stairmaster? Y'all bitches can't even do 15 steps. Let's talk about it. Then third, nigga, I'm just chilling. Oh, man, I can't even. Let me drink my coffee because that was funny. Rock'em sock'em. I hope she don't get prosecuted because I'm not gonna lie. Rock'em sock'em.
I think by now we've all seen the video of the interviewer in the blue dress in New York interviewing the woman in the brown, and she gets punched in the face. I'm seeing lots of discourse or lots of commenting back and forth. I've partaken in some of it, but I have a question for the people that are saying, oh, you know, you okay? For the people that are saying, oh, she asked for it, or, oh, she was poking the bear, or she knew what she was doing when she was asking her these questions that were going to provoke the situation. I want to ask you, does your same reasoning apply when a woman who is dressed provocatively is raped and the men say, or the people say, I mean, look how she was dressed. She deserved it. She was asking for it. Does that same reasoning apply? I want to hear why you think yes or why you think no.
A lady was comparing this whole situation to when a man say that I'm going to rape you because of how you dressed. She said, if we're saying that it's okay for her to punch the interviewer because of the things that was coming out from her mouth or because of the way she was, her attitude and everything, that means it's okay for those men that say that I'm going to rape you because of how you look, because of how you're dressed and all of that. And I'm like, how does that even, that doesn't make sense, because it doesn't make sense. I personally feel like that interviewer wanted to provoke her because she was using her words against her. You know, when you're having conversation with someone and you're saying something to explain things to them, but they are picking on things and like asking you back that question. Oh, are you really saying? It feels like you want me to actually say something I don't want to say, or you're trying to look for my trouble. And the thing is, it's not everybody that's going to punch her. Left to me, if I was the one she was interviewing, I won't punch her because I don't know how to fight. Okay, but everybody with the level of how they put you in place. So I don't have a problem with her punching her face. Next time when she's having that kind of thing, she's going to, use her senses when she's asking questions, and when she should listen to answers when she asks questions, because apparently she was not listening to that woman, and it's like she wanted to impose her own thing to her. Like, I want you to know that pro-life is it. I want you to know that people shouldn't unalive their children. I want you to know that women should not have choice over their body. Like, it's like she wanted to start imposing what she believes in her. She's saying that what she believes, um she sees God and all of that. I just feel like she had a mission already before the interview. She already had that mission. Like, I am going to, whoever I'm going to talk or ask questions or talk to this evening or this afternoon, I'm going to let the person know that pro life is the best, and people that choose pro choice, they're choosing wrong. That was what I feel like that was our intention when she started the interview. So whatever, there's nothing this woman is gonna say that is going to make her just be like, okay. The thing is, you can have conversation with someone, you don't have to fight about it. You can agree and you can disagree. Just like I say in my channel, it's not everything I say that some of you agree with. You don't have to come on to start imposing whatever you agree on to someone. Like, everybody's entitled to their opinion. If she decided that she's pro life, she's pro choice, yes, she's pro choice, and she believes she's pro, and she wants, in fact, she's okay being pro choice, and she has her reasons for being pro choice. But you that you're pro life, you don't expect somebody that's pro choice automatically you're just going to accept, oh, just because I'm talking to you for like 20 minutes, I should change my belief in being a pro choice to pro life. Today's conversation is not even about us talking about pro life and pro choice, because that's a different conversation entirely. We are talking about how she punched her in the face due to that conversation. And some people are saying she overreacted. Some people are saying you shouldn't punch her in the face. Some people are saying good for her. In fact, let us all beat her up. I feel like some people should be put in their places like that, to be honest, because sometimes some people just feel like they can just get over some things they say to you. They feel like they can just, do something and get over it just because, like, I just feel like some people believe that they can just tell you things and twist your words. Like, she was twisting her words. I 100% understood what this woman was saying. I understood where she's coming from. In fact, if you're pro life, you should, and you're reasoning, you should understand where she's coming from. But she doesn't want to understand that one. So you say you want to mod. And it's not everybody that takes that as a joke or takes that. She sees it as an insult, and that was her way of reacting. I don't have a problem with how she reacted, to be honest. But I also feel like this interviewer already had in mind to frustrate whoever she's going to interview. And everybody handles frustration differently. Everybody handles annoyance differently. Okay. So punching her on the face, I don't know. I just felt that was too intense. But I don't have a problem with it too. But punching her on the face, you guys. I really don't have a problem with that punching her on the face. But the thing is, how did she think of just doing that? Like, I wasn't saying that coming. I wasn't saying that coming. I guess I'm going to do. If I was one, I'm going to just ease and walk away. I'll just ease and walk away. I avoid all those kind of fights because I'll just ease and walk away. But you see that punching. To me, I feel like next time when she want to come on the street and interview people, she will listen to their answers and not try to impose or twist their words against them, because she doesn't know who she's gonna meet. She doesn't know who's a fighter. I mean, she's a boxer. She doesn't know. So you don't just, try to. And I feel like she was trying to make her feel like she's a murderer for choosing to be pro choice. I feel like she was, you're a murderer, you're a murderer, and that is very triggering. Anyway, what is your take on this video? Kindly share your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, Chokomara Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.